Good morning everybody, and this is your SP 500 setups for today. So just starting off on the weekly, and look how important a weekly level is. So this was the level, we'll give it to you now, which is 46.13, rounded off to 46.15, and if we come all the way down to the 15-minute quick before we get into the analysis, you will see that's the level there. Pull back onto a big inside bar, entry is up there, stop is here, 110, 120 point stop loss for a massive 300 point gain. Anyway, let's just start off on the 8 hour, and it's onwards and upwards. We did get a bit of a range bar, and I'm just going to put the top of this range in as well. So you can see there's our range bar. That indicates indecision. And then we broke through the range bar going into the close. So we do have the Fed tonight. I suspect either somebody knows something, we're just going to keep grinding higher, or alternatively we should just go sideways until the Feds come out. So expect another volatile evening. So it'll be evening for us sitting in the European time zones, but I would expect another sort of up and down day as well. So if you look at the 3 hour, there is another range bar on the 3 hour engulfed, and then range broken to the upside. So typically what happens with these is you tend to treat it as a range and it runs higher, but I'll show you now on the lower time frames. Don't forget to hit that like button. 3 hour time frame is your cue to hit the like button, drop us a comment, share the video. That also helps us to stack. Now if we look at the 1 hour, there is your big up, your big down. On the higher time frame, that is a range. So typically, like I said, is you get a break of this range, you normally get a retest of the level, and then you're either going up or you're going down. Okay, so there's quite a bit of structure here as well. And what is this? 45.79, and this target to the upside would be 46.78. So for me today, it is still onwards and upwards. I'm looking for opportunities to buy. We had a great opportunity here, and some reasonable profit. Difficult for some, I think, trying to get in on this. But if you lower down when there's data, so when I say lower down on a 5-minute chart, you would have seen first move, consolidation, second move. So there's always a second move. There's your second move. Yes, we're below the moving averages. Yes, everything. But this is a weekly level. So you could, with pretty solid confidence, have taken, even though you drop below it there slightly on, sort of on the 50 minutes a bit higher. But anyway, regardless of that, you could have jumped in on here, given yourself a 50-point stop loss. So just minimize your risk, and then just target this previous high here, which is around 300-point gain. So for 50-point risk to 300-point gain, that's a reasonably good trade. Okay. And the other thing here is you can see there is a bit of a gap here on this level at 46.46. See, there's a gap. That's a 5-minute gap. Let's get the 15-minute. So definitely there's a 5-minute gap here, no 15-minute gap, but there are other little gaps to the downside as well. You can see all the way down. So it's been a bit of a messy move to the upside. Look at my oscillators on the 15-minute. That is indicating we have broken structure and we are heading higher. So I would like to see a retest of 46.46 before getting higher, and my target area is all the way up here at 46.78. The other way that you could possibly trade this is watch the range. Now the thing is, with non-farm payrolls, I've seen it go like this sideways right up until the non-farm payrolls press conference. Well, firstly they release the data, then half an hour later is a press conference. So when they release the data, then it sort of bounces around, and then you wait, and then half an hour later it moves. So normally late in the evening for us, so in the European time zone. So typically I don't trade it at all, but there is the that's not an outside chance, let's call it, there's a 50-50 chance that this just goes sideways, breaks, and then moves up, or alternatively just drifts down onto structure and then bounces and then moves up. So I think that's kind of the view we've got today. Short would only come into play on a drop below yesterday's low. Okay, anyway, that's it for me. Hope it helps, and we'll catch up with you tomorrow morning. Cheers for now.